Welcome back to Now TV Canada. So, when a person's plans change after they've had it perfectly set, and then you do something last minute, spontaneous, and all of the things you had arranged and packed, ready to go, gets kerfuffled, it ruins the whole event. So, what happens to me after I go swimming at Lake Phillip? It's cold. And what do I want? I want to stoke up my stove. I want a hot cup of coffee or hot chocolate. I unpack everything after really being fussy about where I wanted to duck away into the woods, which picnic table, which big fire burning hole I wanted. And there were no matches. I didn't have my 5 minute matches. I didn't have my starter brick if I wanted to have the big fire. And I have a little single backpacker's stove that requires it being lit by matches here. In Vancouver, I have one where you turn it on and it stokes up right away. The burner comes on by itself. So no matches required. So no emergency. So then I look at the phone. I look at the time. I turn the phone on after it being off for hours. And it's after 3. And the last bus leaves 3:58. And I had to make a last minute decision. Do I pack everything up and go catch that bus? Or do I try to stay out there overnight, not knowing how I'm going to light my stove or even start a fire without using the stove at all? Now, remember, I haven't pitched a tent or been camping on a long event since 1994, since I was 19. I have done lots of hitchhiking, but I've always had, truck stops in places and things. I didn't have to do cookouts much. So the point is, I couldn't just ask somebody if they had spare matches or a light, but I did ask once. They didn't have anything. Because once I've lit everything that one time, it would be no good to me when everybody's left. If I had had this, it's my special whistle that has the reflector light inside, so that you can signal to people emergency wherever you are. The whistle. I have the scratch pad for matches, and I have the compass, and inside I have fire matches, and I have a little extra piece of the paper burner that they come from on the box inside as well. So I would have been fine with just this. I have a bigger package that had Q-tips and had my 5 minute special candles, so that if they get wet, you can still keep lighting your fire, or if you can't get the fire started easily, you use the 5 minute matches. And they were nowhere to be found. So I made this desperate decision to pack everything up and jump that last bus and come back. And so this was even going down to the bushes where I had hid my tent and blankets and stuff, because I was waiting till people left and wandered off into the wilderness so I could find a place to pitch a tent while I still had time, daylight time, which is why I was trying to eat right then. So I had to get on the bus, and I had to run to the bathroom after leaving everything on the bench, and I left the phone in the bathroom. So then I had to run back to the bathroom, go get the phone. I got on the bus, and then I get on the bus and realize I have no idea where my keys are to get into the apartment here. And of course, on the bus, it's really hard. And I couldn't find them when I was at the bench, because you have to take out too much stuff. So I had to take everything out on the steps when I got here to find my keys. And of course, they were in the easier pocket section to find. Take out the least amount, and then you find them pocket. So now I'm here, and the first thing I did when I got in the door, I started the kettle. I filled it up with a little more hot water in it, and then I just turned that thing on. Because all I could think about was I need coffee. I'm one of those perfectionists that have everything pre-planned and it's all organized for 7 days of camping, and all that stuff is just right. And I have waited for this time and this experience for so long. How could I not be ready for it? So now I'm sitting down And I'm using up some of that overnight camping food to make a salad at home. And I did literally everything is out all over the table, right? Because I have to repack. And I could not find, for the life of me, the package of the 5-minute matches and my starter brick I need if I want to have a bigger fire, or if there's like a little bit of rain and you got to go looking for kindle and dry sticks and bundle them up somewhere so that you can have a better basis for hotter fire so you can stay warm. And I can't find anything. So I just realized after I went insane and unpacked everything on the steps. I still have stuff that's out there on my steps. But now there's room for my roommate, my renter, to get in the house if she comes back. So I realized, I bet I put the starter brick and that package with the 5-minute matches and my Q-tips and stuff, and stuffed it in the wrapped tent and sleeping bag where I shoved in like long pajama bottoms and my swimsuit and other stuff to store it. And the only way I would have known if it was there is if I had taken the chance to stay. Now I know I could watch some videos on how to start a fire without matches when I was up there, but I haven't been camping or pitched a tent since I was 19. At 50 years old, after swimming in cold water for a while, my feet were freezing and I wasn't sure if it was going to rain. I was not willing to risk not being able to start a fire out there, trying to get out there overnight. However, I did write a script. In my head, there's now a wonderful scene in a movie starring Sylvester Stallone, Steven Seagal, and me, where I had this one time, and then I talk about the things I had to do as a survivalist. And of course, right when I got back, I watched one video on the bus on the way back about one girl showing people what you can do really quickly with available, like these, I guess, pieces of the mushroom or whatever that grows out of the trees and a carved stick. She got it heated up and going, sparked it, and then you've got fire. And so I was like, right? I don't even know if the Canadian wilderness has that kind of what she had. But now I know, right? So I'm going to do like more videos of that. And so when I go out to these places, I'm going to practice the survival skill of starting fire without candles, without matches and stuff, just so that if I'm ever in this kind of conundrum again, where if I don't catch the last bus out, I better know how to get by for the time that I'm up there. Because that last bus today meant that I would have had to be out there overnight on my own. And yes, I had enough cold food that I would not have starved, but it would have been uncomfortable with the overnight dip in temperature, especially if I had not succeeded in getting that tent pitched while there was daytime hours. If it got dark and the tent wasn't up, I would be, just snuggled up in my blankets and all of my layers of clothes like Heidi, and just burying it for the night. So, that said, I'm going to repack this stuff for another trip tomorrow. I'm going to get the earliest bus there is back up to Lac Phillip. It's like 9:20 in the morning, and I'm going to stay there until that 4 o'clock bus leaves. And I'm going to practice some no matches kind of survival practice while I'm up there. But the good news is I do have my emergency nature whistle, and I do have the matches I need in there to start up my little stove. And so I can at least have a fire in the fire pit and do some cooking on the stove for the day, do my unleavened bread, have God bless it, make my, fish patties or whatever I want, and go swimming again. And then I'll come back on that last bus, and then I got to go fix my health card application. I got to go take it in and get it redone over here on this side on Monday, and go see the really cool guy I met on Friday. Dude was awesome, covered in tattoos, but super nice, big heart. Didn't even need to look at my ID. He's like, don't even worry about it. This was your first health card. You got it done during COVID. There's no picture on it. It's no big deal. And he was just going to take care of business. And I'm like, why can't I meet a guy like that? Oh, so happy. Like, if the Lord would just let me do like short hair, funny colors, body piercings, and cover myself in tattoos, back when I was younger, before I had, turned my leaf over to him from that baptism of immersion, like, I'd be so happy. At any rate, he's a nice guy, and so I will come back instead of staying overnight, because if I stay overnight tomorrow night, I can't get back for a week. That would mean I'd have to be ready for a whole 7 days. And because I do have to go back to Vancouver, time is running out on me fixing this health card stuff and also getting to see the other part of Gatineau Park. So plans are changing to me going out to the Gatineau Park buswise, the other free shuttle. So I'm going to go to that part of the park after I fix my health thing on Monday. I can leave on that same Monday if I go and do that in the morning to go to the Gatineau Park. And there's Trans-Canada Trail, and there's maps everywhere. And there's lots of places to pitch tent. So I can go off-grid there and find a nice quiet place to pitch tent. I'm not sure if I can enjoy swimming like I did at Lac Phillip today and will tomorrow. But at least I will still get my time off grid and get it right, because I will have matches and I will practice some how to start fire stuff at Lac Phillip tomorrow. And I also forgot margarine and my 3-in-1 fork, knife, spoon for my picnicking. So I'm going to go finish making my salad, and I'm going to finish my coffee and sort of just compose my brain, and then I'm going to probably have to unpack the blanket and the tent to see if I have all that stuff stuffed in there, because tomorrow I won't need it to go to Lac Phillip. I don't need to lug it with me. I can leave the tent here and lighten the load and just take a day's worth of food, and just the blankets that I want to lay out on the sand with. And I forgot a towel, and the trees were laughing at me because they're like, oh, we drip dry in the rain all the time. So that's the plan. That's what happened today. But I did get to swim. I did spend some time there. It was good. I'm kind of glad I got the bearings. It was a beautiful bus ride. Loved it. So I'm going to love the excuse to go on a nice long bus ride again. It's pretty good distance for a free shuttle bus. Rockin' for Quebec. And I'm looking forward to the adventure on the Quebec shuttle as well. Like, if I could just not have to go back to Vancouver and stay here longer in my apartment here, like if I could just start working on this side and stuff, I so would. But I have a car, I have plants, I have obligations with work and training for promotion and upgrades that I had said I would do, no matter how brief it is, how small the season is. So I want to finish obligating that. And then I left my ice skates over there as well. So I want to bring those here to go go skating on the Rideau Canal finally, after the 5 years that I've been in the Ottawa-Gatineau region on and off and not being able to skate. I want to finish my Charlie Brown script, where they're all grown up and then they reunite over Schroeder's music career. I won't give away any more of the story, but if I get all that done, I can come back. And if things are in really good condition, if the Volvo is really good and has new winter tires on it, I can take a winter road trip. So I can fill the car with people that are trying to get to, Alberta, Regina, Winnipeg for Christmas and make some money on the way, and go stop in and see my kid who's turning 16 and my mom, and then finish coming here and enjoy the rest of the winter here after accomplishing all of that. So at any rate, just stay with me for this next week or so and see what I get done in my adventures of what's left of my vacay time here in Gatineau, Quebec. It's never boring with me. I'm definitely not a boring person. And what's happening now on Now TV in my life. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. Have a good night. Stay warm, stay well, stay healthy. Enjoy your weekend. Superwoman signing out.